The Baltimore Ravens coaching situation has been a hot topic all season, and the speculation continues to grow as new names enter the conversation. From the outside looking in, there's been a sense that something has been off in recent years, a subtle tension in the dynamics of the team. Leadership has become the central question for Baltimore, and it's clear that whoever steps in needs to not only manage a roster full of talent, but also command respect and motivate the players. The team has seen moments of brilliance and periods of struggle, and that inconsistency can often be traced back to the way a leader communicates and inspires. Some players resonate with the message immediately. Others might struggle to buy in, and navigating that balance is crucial. Over time, John Harbaugh built strong relationships and trust with his players, but as with any era, the team has faced growing pains, and the search for the next head coach reflects a desire to find someone who can unify and energize the roster. Defensive strategy has always been a cornerstone for the Ravens, but in this current coaching search, the defensive versus offensive balance seems secondary to leadership itself. The franchise is not expected to hire another special teams coach as head coach, making it clear that experience and the ability to command a unit will be a top priority. Whether Baltimore decides on an offensive-minded head coach or a defensive one, the need for top-tier coordinators alongside that choice is critical. The modern NFL head coach often acts as a delegator, relying on coordinators to manage the details of play calling and game planning. It's not uncommon to see a younger head coach take the reins, while working closely with experienced coordinators who can offer guidance and stability. This combination ensures that the players receive a consistent message and that everyone in the locker room understands their roles in evaluating potential candidates. The Ravens front office must weigh not only past success, but also the ability to communicate effectively with the roster. Recent seasons have highlighted how critical it is for a coach to be a strong presence, someone who can instill discipline, motivate veterans, and develop younger talent. Defensive performance has been a point of contention, with certain units showing flashes of brilliance but failing to maintain consistency. Over the course of a season, a strong defensive identity remains a hallmark of the Ravens' legacy, and finding a coach capable of revitalizing that aspect of the game is a key focus. Meanwhile, the offensive side of the ball continues to evolve, with players like Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry offering immense potential if paired with a creative and adaptable scheme. The team's future hinges on blending leadership, strategy, and execution seamlessly across both sides of the ball. Recent reports indicate that the Ravens are actively pursuing interviews with a mix of seasoned veterans and rising coaching talents. Names like Vance Joseph and Davis Webb have already been considered, while others, such as Clint Kubiak and Jesse Meaner, are expected to be added to the mix. The goal is to find a balance between innovation and experience, ensuring that the coaching staff can develop and implement strategies effectively. Bringing in big-name coordinators alongside a young or emerging head coach could provide the perfect combination of guidance and fresh perspective. Whether it's an offensive mastermind paired with a defensive tactician or vice versa, the Ravens are focused on constructing a staff that can maximize the roster's potential while instilling a culture of accountability and excellence. Analyzing some of the top candidates, defensive coordinator Chris Shula from the Los Angeles Rams has emerged as an intriguing option. Shula, grandson of legendary coach Don Shula, has built a diverse resume in the NFL, starting as a defensive quality control coach with the San Diego Chargers before advancing through the Rams organization. He has experience coaching linebackers, defensive backs, and leading defensive units, including serving as defensive coordinator. While his first year as ADC saw middling results statistically, he has been part of some highly successful defensive schemes in the past, and his teams have demonstrated the ability to generate turnovers and disrupt opposing offenses. A strong defensive presence like Shula could inject discipline and structure into a Ravens unit that has occasionally struggled with consistency. Pairing him with the right offensive mind could provide balance and stability across the team. On the offensive side, Nathaniel Haas has been a key figure in the Rams coaching tree, serving as pass game coordinator and offensive assistant before advancing to his current role. At only 35 years old, he represents a younger generation of innovative offensive minds capable of adapting to modern schemes. The combination of a defensive-minded head coach with an emerging offensive coordinator like Haas could appeal to the Ravens if they prioritize defensive structure while still wanting to leverage Lamar Jackson's unique skill set and the team's offensive weapons. The interplay between experience and youth on a coaching staff is a delicate balancing act, but when executed well, it can create a culture of collaboration and forward-thinking strategy. The Ravens front office continues to add names to the search, considering a wide net of potential candidates. Offensive coordinators like Kevin Stefanski, Matt Nagy, Joe Brady, and Cliff Kingsbury have been mentioned alongside defensive options such as Anthony Weaver and Brian Flores. The strategy is clear. Find coaches who are capable of leadership, can implement their schemes effectively, and can work in tandem to maximize team performance. Flexibility is crucial, as play calling responsibilities within the coaching staff need to be clearly defined to prevent conflicts. Some candidates may bring head coaching experience, while others excel as coordinators. And understanding how each individual will mesh with the roster and with each other is key to building a cohesive staff. The Ravens' approach to hiring has always been deliberate, emphasizing fit as much as pedigree. Beyond X and O's, personality, communication skills, and the ability to inspire players are under intense scrutiny. Reports suggest that Baltimore is leaning into a combination of experience and innovative thinking, looking for leaders who can command respect from seasoned veterans, while still embracing new approaches to the game, from restructuring practice schedules to evaluating preseason strategies. The new staff will likely implement changes designed to maximize efficiency and performance. The ultimate goal is not only to build a successful team in the short term, but to establish a foundation for sustained success in Baltimore. While the defensive track record of candidates like Shula may prompt questions, it's clear that the Ravens value versatility and adaptability. Players such as Byron Young, Jared Verse, and Kobe Turner have demonstrated potential under different schemes, and a strong coaching staff could elevate their performance even further. Offensive talent like Lamar Jackson provides a unique opportunity to innovate, and pairing him with a flexible and creative offensive coordinator could lead to explosive results. Whether Baltimore chooses a defensive-minded or offensive-minded head coach, the integration of coordinators and assistants will be vital in shaping the team's identity. A collaborative environment that blends experience with new ideas can drive success and foster a culture where players are motivated, engaged, and accountable. As the coaching search continues, every decision carries weight. The right leadership choice can transform the team, inspire players, and reignite the fan base. Baltimore is in a position to bring in talented minds, reshape strategies, and reinvigorate both sides of the ball. The league watches closely as teams like the Ravens navigate these pivotal transitions, and the implications of each hire extend beyond the X and O's, influencing the culture, performance, and future trajectory of the franchise. Every interview, every discussion, and every decision plays a role in shaping the next era of Ravens football. As the Ravens continue to expand their coaching search, attention has turned to the possibilities of mixing experienced leaders with fresh, innovative voices. The NFL landscape has shifted dramatically over the past decade, with younger coaches now taking prominent roles and proving they can command respect, manage rosters, and implement complex schemes effectively. Baltimore appears intent on leveraging this trend, potentially bringing in a head coach who embodies modern football philosophy while surrounding them with proven coordinators capable of managing game day intricacies. The dynamic of collaboration between head coach and coordinators has never been more critical, especially when balancing offensive firepower with defensive discipline. A strong locker room culture begins with the staff's ability to communicate consistently, enforce accountability, and create clarity in execution. And the Ravens are clearly prioritizing that in their search. On the defensive side, Chris Shula's potential addition to the staff raises intriguing possibilities. His background with the Rams, spanning multiple defensive roles and culminating in a defensive coordinator position, provides him with a wealth of experience in developing players and managing complex schemes. While his statistical record has been mixed at times, his track record includes being part of top-tier defenses that excelled in creating turnovers, pressuring quarterbacks, and maintaining a high level of consistency during peak seasons. For Baltimore, a Shula-led defense could restore some of the intensity and identity that has occasionally been missing. His connections and understanding of NFL defenses could also allow for flexibility in personnel decisions, helping the team adapt to the evolving challenges of the league. Pairing him with a creative offensive mind would provide balance, ensuring the team remains dynamic on both sides of the ball. Offensively, Nathaniel Shiel-Haas represents a new generation of offensive thinkers. At 35, He has already held roles as an offensive assistant and pass game coordinator with the Rams, gaining experience in high-pressure situations and working closely with elite talent. Haas's ability to adapt schemes to the strengths of his players, particularly quarterbacks and pass catchers, makes him a valuable asset in a league increasingly dominated by creative passing attacks. If the Ravens hire a head coach with a defensive background, having someone like Haas to manage offensive play calling could ensure that the offense remains dynamic, while still allowing the head coach to focus on leadership and overall team strategy. This type of partnership between head coach and coordinator is becoming increasingly common across the league and can often be the difference between a talented team and a championship contender. In addition to Shula and Haas, other names continue to surface, including experienced NFL veterans like Brian Flores, Mike McDaniel, and Jim Schwartz, alongside promising coordinators like Kevin Stefanski, Matt Nagy, and Cliff Kingsbury. Each candidate brings a unique blend of skills, experience, and philosophy. And the challenge for Baltimore lies in selecting a combination that maximizes both performance and culture. Some candidates excel in leadership, others in play calling or strategy, and finding the right mix is essential. For example, a defensive-minded head coach may prefer a seasoned offensive coordinator to manage the intricacies of the passing game, while an offensive-minded head coach may lean on a trusted defensive coordinator to stabilize the back end. The balance between experience and innovation, authority and collaboration, will define the next chapter of Ravens football. Baltimore's commitment to building a strong staff extends beyond X and O's. Leadership qualities, communication skills, and the ability to manage a roster of high-caliber athletes are just as important as technical expertise. Players need to trust the system, feel motivated to buy in, and understand their roles clearly. This is particularly critical in high-pressure situations where the difference between winning and losing often comes down to discipline, preparation, and execution. The ideal coaching staff must not only design effective schemes, but also instill confidence and accountability in the players. That is why the Ravens are exploring a wide range of candidates and are willing to combine younger minds with experienced voices, ensuring a mix of creativity and stability. Practice structure, preseason strategies, and game day decision-making are all areas likely to see changes under a new coaching regime. The front office is aware that even small adjustments can have a significant impact on performance. Changes might include moving practice times, experimenting with different offensive and defensive packages, and evaluating players in new roles to maximize their potential. Leadership on the field translates directly to performance, and the right staff can make those adjustments seamlessly, ensuring that each player understands expectations and can execute consistently. The process is meticulous, and the Ravens are leaving no stone unturned in their pursuit of the ideal coaching team. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock and what is quickly becoming one of the most talked about controversies of the NFL season. Sources suggest that the league may be poised to nullify the game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers due to the participation of an ineligible player. While no official statement has been released, whispers from inside league circles indicate that the matter has drawn significant attention from the NFL's compliance and disciplinary departments, fueling speculation about far-reaching consequences for both franchises. Fans and analysts alike are scratching their heads over how such an oversight could have occurred. At this stage in the season, the Ravens-Steelers matchup, already highly anticipated due to the team's fierce rivalry, has now taken on an entirely new dimension. Industry insiders hint that the irregularity may involve a player who failed to meet eligibility requirements, perhaps related to registration, previous suspensions, or contractual issues. Though exact details remain murky, if the league indeed decides to vacate the contest, it would mark one of the rare instances in modern NFL history where a game's outcome is officially wiped from the record books. The implications could be significant. Both teams are in critical stretches of the season, with playoff positioning on the line, and the sudden prospect of a nullified game could upend strategies, player morale, and even the statistical narratives that fans and fantasy football enthusiasts closely follow. Social media has already exploded with speculation as supporters debate the fairness of punishing one team for an administrative misstep that may not have been directly under players' control. Some argue that the Ravens could benefit if the league rules the game invalid, while others suggest the Steelers might have a case for compensation or rescheduling, further adding fuel to the rumor mill. League executives are reportedly reviewing internal reports and consulting with legal advisors to determine the proper course of action. Meanwhile, both franchises have remained publicly tight-lipped, offering only the standard "we are aware of the situation and are cooperating fully" statement. Analysts are also weighing the precedent this could set, pondering whether the NFL would impose stricter eligibility checks moving forward, or if this remains a one-off incident. While nothing is confirmed, the drama surrounding the Ravens-Steelers contest has already captured the imagination of the football world, and speculation continues to mount. If the game is officially annulled, it could reshape the standings and rewrite the narrative of a rivalry that has long defined the NFL's AFC North. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.